Hello. Um, I am going to go over the solution to handout number two. And I, I'm recording this before class, so I don't know how far we got, but I suspect we might not have got all the way through it. And anyway, I kind of want you to see a clean solution to this. So anyway, so here we'll go. This is from handout number two. And as you see, I forgot a parenthesis right there. And that won't be the first time you'll see a typo. And I'm using a new technology. I'm importing stuff from my iPad. So you'll see a bunch of extra junk on the screen. So here we go. Okay. So here's the problem from class, and I'm just going to read it. A man has one pair of rabbits in a certain place, entirely surrounded by a wall. We wish to know how many pairs can be bred from it in 1 year. If the nature of these rabbits is such that every month they breed one new pair and begin to breed in the second month after their birth, let the first pair breed on the first day of the second month and assume that all other pairs are born on the first day of whatever month they are born in. Okay, so that's the question. The goal is highlighted. We want to know how many pairs can be bred in 1 year. And I keep circling that pair, and I might as well just jump to the bottom because we're talking about pairs of rabbits, not numbers of rabbits, but pairs. And you got to remember these rabbits are magical because they never die. They don't have any predators, and they always give birth to one pair of rabbits every month, beginning the second month after their birth. And they always do that on the first day. So, for example, those born on January give their first birth on March 1st. Those born in February give their first birth in April. So there's this lag. There's this lag. Okay, so that's the problem. Okay, so we're going to start solving it. So I want to just go over the setup. And then here, shrink the screen just a little bit so we can see it better. January, there's one pair of rabbits. I'm going to call that pair January. In February, we have the January pair, and January gives birth to a new pair called February. So we have two pairs now. So what I'm writing here, here's the total for January. There's one, there's no new births. So there's one. Now this total always is going to go up here. So there's one born in February. I'm sorry, there's an existing one in February. Then there's a new pair born. So we get one new one. And now we have two pairs of rabbits. Okay, so let's go to March. We have all the rabbits we started with. Now, January is giving birth, but not February. February has to wait another month. So we get one new rabbit, one baby rabbit pair, and now we have three pairs. Okay. Now we go to April. So we have the three from March, because remember, they never died. We have January is going to give birth, so we get one from there. Now February is ready to give birth, and we get one more. So we're going to get two new pairs of rabbits. So we're going to have five pairs total. Okay, so in April, we're going to call one of the pairs April 1 and April 2. And I want you to think about what's going to happen in May. So why don't you fill in that one on your own and figure out what the total is. And then I'm going to go right to it, but I think you should pause, maybe think about it for a minute or two, if that long, and then go. Okay. So hopefully you paused and looked at that. How many were born in May? Well, in May, we have the 5 existing rabbits. And then the new ones. We're going to have January gives birth, February gives birth, March is now able to give birth, but not April. They have to wait another month. So we get 3 new rabbits pairs here for 8 total. Okay. So I'm going to go, hopefully you're seeing a pattern, but anyway, I'm going to go over it in a minute. So let's go to June now. And I filled in what happened in May. So we can use that. Again, think about June. Try to fill it in and try to find the pattern. And I'm going to give you a minute or two to think about that, and then we'll go over it. Okay, hopefully you paused. And so how many rabbits in June? Well, we're going to have 8, because all the rabbits that are around never die. They're there. And now we have January is able to give birth, so the new ones are going to be January. February is able to give birth, so we have another pair. March is now able to give birth. And then April's, those two are also able to give birth. So we're going to have April 1 giving birth and April 2 giving birth. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 new ones. And now we have 13. So I'm just kind of thinking what the pattern is. And I'm going to kind of just go through a couple things in my head. Notice that whatever number we add here, see if you can see where else this 5 appears on the chart. Notice that it appears here. Can you see where this 3 appears on the chart? Notice it appears here. This 2 appears here. So the pattern is, let's go for June. June was, the pattern there was equal to all the ones in May, plus all the ones that were alive by the end of April. So that's the pattern. And that's going to be equal to the ones that were alive at the end of May, which is 8, which is all of them. The ones from April, because all the ones in April can give birth. None of the new ones can. And that's going to give us 13. So that's how we got that. So I'm going to go to the next slide. And I just kind of wrote all that stuff down. And so again, in June, we have all these 8. And then the ones in April here are here. Remember, there's 2 Aprils. So that total, notice, goes here. So here's the pattern. The current month is the existing rabbits plus the new rabbits. In other words, the existing rabbits are the rabbits in the previous month. And the new rabbits, the new baby pairs, are going to be the pairs that were born the month before the previous month. And the current month, again, is going to be the rabbits in the previous month plus the rabbits in the month before the previous. And we want to make sure, we want to use the language of math, so we need notation. And you kind of remember this formula maybe from class. So we're going to say the current month is going to be called Fn. The previous month is going to be Fn minus 1. And then 2 months before is going to be Fn minus 2. So n is the current month, n minus 1 is the month before, Fn minus 2 is the month before that. And if we want to find the total in the current, total in June, total in May, plus total in April. So in other words, give me an example. The total in June is going to be the total in May, which we saw was 8, plus the total in April, which is down here, it was just 5. Sorry, this is hard to read. 8 plus 5 equals 13. Okay, so we're almost on the last slide. So I'm going to go there now. And what I want you to do is fill out the rest of the chart. So hit pause, work out all the rest of the details, and then come back. And then when you come back, I'm going to go through filling out the rest of the chart, and that will be it. So good. Hopefully you had time to fill it out and worked it out. So let's go for July. July is going to be the June total plus the May total. That's going to be 13 plus 8 is 21. So this number we put here, that's how many were born. I mean, how many pairs were already there. At the end of May, all those 8 pairs can give birth. So they give birth to 8 new pairs. We have a total of 21. So let's go to August. Here, let me erase this. Okay. I'll write one more and then we'll just kind of do it quickly after that one. Oops, there we go. Let's get that, get rid of that, get rid of that. Okay, good. So we have August. That's going to be the July total plus the June total. 21 plus 13. And that's 34. So I'm just going to do this from the chart. This number is going to go up here. That's 21. Notice that that 13 gets moved up here. So that's going to be, we just can move that down there. And then we add those together. We get 34. Okay. September, move that one there, 34. Move this one here, 21. And we get 55. Okay. October is going to be the ones at the pairs at the end of September, which is 55. So that total. It's going to be the new pairs, 34. And that's going to be 89 altogether. Okay. Again, we'll finish the rest of it. Put the 89 there. That's the total at the end of October, plus the ones that give births to new pairs, or the ones that were live September, so that's 55. 89 plus 55 is 1. Oops. Let me erase that. Is going to be 144. Again, the December is going to be the November total, 144, plus the November. The total from the end of October, 89. Add 144 plus 89, we get 233. And so our answer is going to be 233. And remember, that's 233 pairs. And remember what we were doing. I'm going to just go back to the question. We wanted to know how many pairs can be bred in 1 year. We use this chart to figure it out. And we got the total was, oops, here, let's go get it down here. We got the total was 233. Okay, got it? Hopefully that makes sense. And remember what the pattern, if we wanted to find the next month, we'd have 233, put that here. Oops, I can't write over there, sorry. But it would be 233. I'll write it up here. Plus the ones that were live at the end of November, 144. That's the number of pairs. And then we'd add that together and we'd get 377. And that would be the total in January. But again, our answer is 233. Okay, good. Hopefully that helps. Let me know if you have any questions. And bear with me while I end the recording. It just takes a second to do that here.